Show of hands, who here today has someone that they believe they can confidently rely on to speak to about personal matters and problems that you're currently having and receive confident, clear, and concise feedback? Thank you. My name is William Shelberg, and I will be discussing the role of active listening in communication between interpersonal relationships. I will discuss a research study that I found that talks about the effects that active listening has on interpersonal communications, and then I will share their findings, and then I will tell you how you should interpret them at the end of this video. I found the article or the research study, The Role of Active Listening in Informal Helping Conversations, the impact on perceptions and listening, helpfulness, sensitivity and supportiveness, and disclosure of emotional improvement. This is a research study about how subcategories or every different way of active listening affects the relationship between you and another person, and how they can leave that relationship feeling depending on how you react or how you actively listen to them. I think the relevance to this is with a phrase called other-oriented communication, which is essentially just kind of keeping the other person's values in mind and like determining what they or what you think they need to get out of this conversation to like better help them. And it's supposed to like lessen egocentrism and help the other person you're talking to, and just think about them in the conversation, putting them first. That's found in chapter 1. So this article came up with 2 hypotheses and 1 research question. The first hypothesis is that active listening technique contributes significantly to evaluations of supportive conversations as helpful, sensitive, and supportive. The second hypothesis is active listening techniques contribute significantly to reports of effect improvement as a result of supportive conversation. And the research question was, what is the relative importance of specific active listening behaviors to the evaluations of the supporter, helpfulness, sensitivity, and supportiveness, and reported effect change after the supportive conversation? So their findings for the first hypothesis was that it was only about part true, and that emotional awareness was the most significant factor when active listening, whereas problem-solving utility and relational awareness were not as significant. For the second hypothesis, the model they basically proved that it was correct, and that the model for effect improvement achieved statistical significance at the conventional level. You'll have to look at the chart, but it's probably said anywhere between 10 to 15%, which was the highest in the study. And the research question, they found that the two most significant or important forms of active listening were paraphrasing and reflecting feelings. So those were the 2 most that were found prominent in the study. My application of this is going to be between my girlfriend and I. She has been recently going through some conflict with her coach, where she isn't allowed to do something that she wished she could because she had a track meet, or she has a track meet in the future. So it overlaps with her plans. And I was hoping that I could use what I found as active listening to help her get past that. And in conclusion, becoming an effective listener or an effective active listener can help you be a great outlet for friends, family, and anyone who needs you. This makes you a very viable resource for people who just need help. I would say my main points are active listening just leads to healthier relationships between interpersonal relationships that you have, and that it can really improve your conversating skills and effectiveness in helping them. And I just would think it's really important that we all have someone that we can look out to and reach out to help us with our problems, and rely on them to give us good and honest feedback using some of these skills. Thank you.